In this video, we're going to go a little bit more in depth into step one of our custom portrait building website, which is 1, format your portrait, or just portrait. And in this step, we're basically going to finalize the overall look of the portrait before you go in and customize your individual characters. So the first thing that you're going to select here is your final product. And I went over this in the general run-through, but essentially you have the choice between a digital file or 2 physical prints, one for the US and Canada, one for the UK and Europe. And each of these prints also comes with the digital file. So these are going to affect your overall cost, of course. Let's say we're going with the 12 by 18 print in the US and Canada. So the next choice you have to make is whether you want your print to be in vertical orientation or portrait. Didn't want to use the word portrait because that's a little confusing on this website, but basically it's the same as a portrait-oriented paper, or horizontal, aka landscape orientation. So that's going to change how the characters are laid out, in that a vertical orientation is going to have more kind of stacked on top of each other characters, whereas a horizontal layout, they're going to be more in a straight line. I really like the look of this, the horizontal layout. It's new for this website and I'm super into it. So as the watermark on the mock-up side of the website states, the placement is not exactly right in these mock-ups. For example, when this gets printed, the text isn't going to be at the tippy edge of the print. It's just kind of so you have an idea of where the line breaks are, that this is going to be below the portrait. In us, because everyone else sucks, it's going to be above and below, etc. As mentioned in the last video, the main price includes up to 4 characters, and then if you go beyond 4 characters, it adds $3 per character. The only other thing that's going to change the price is adding custom text, which is another $3. And you can input your custom text here. It's not going to mock up in the mock-up part because we're going to handwrite it for you. And it's also not going to be awkwardly hanging on top of your print. But you can let us know exactly where you want your custom text placed in the next option, which you'll see. The last thing on this tab is these little extras, which also don't appear on the mock-up, but they'll be on your final portrait, and you can specify in the next step where you want them placed. So here we are in the placement requests, and let's say, what did we end up doing? We chose these cute little flowers and some custom text. So now on this screen we're going to say custom text below characters and flowers around text. We're also going to individually name each character as we customize them, so you can refer to the characters by name here. If you want to specify which characters go where, you can say Bob the cat, top left, etc., etc., etc. We'll check our summary. Everything looks good, so we can finalize.